Alright guys, Bearded Appliance Repair. Got an interesting one for you today. This is one of these that I've ran into a number of times. I'd say at least 10 times in the last 7 years. I don't see it too terribly often, but it's something that can happen, and it's also something that can throw you for a loop on your Whirlpool side-by-side ice maker, the ice maker that's in the door. And the issue we find on it is as you open and close the door over the 5, 6, 7, however many years you've been using your refrigerator, as that door opens and closes, it can wear out those wires and break them. And in this case, on the one I had yesterday, it was a broken wire on the water valve. So initially the ice maker motor was not working, so I put in a new ice maker, so that ice maker motor started working after I got the ice maker in there. But whenever it got to the fill cycle of it, the ice maker would not fill up. And I've seen this a number of times, so I was like, okay, that's one of the first things I'm going to check. And how you check it is you have a connection up there near the ice maker. So if you plug in a new ice maker, you go to that connection there, or you can actually even do it through the ice maker. And there's also a connection down below at the near the hinge at the bottom of the freezer door. And once you get down there, there's two connections you got to take off. One's for the ice maker, the other one's for the other stuff that's in the door. I can't think of what it is, but it's just a wire harness for the door. There's two connections, you take two of them off. The 4-wire connection has a tan wire, black wire, white wire, and a green wire. The tan wire, that's for your water valve. So you'll put one lead there on the V on your ice maker motor module, and then the other lead down at the bottom at the tan wire. If you get continuity, it's good. If you don't get any continuity, check to make sure your connections are good. And if your connections are good, then you got a bad wire. And you want to do this for all of them just to make sure they're all good to go. The black wire, that's the L on the ice maker. Up at top, up at the bottom, make sure it's a good wire. The common wire, which is or neutral and common, same thing. And that would be the N on the ice maker, and the white wire down at the bottom. That just lets you know that the circuit is closed. You want it to be closed. If it's open, it's bad. And if it's bad, you either got to repair it or get a new door. So you got to find the break, and typically it is down there at the hinge area of that freezer door. And it's got a little plastic wire mesh shield around it, and I'll show you guys where I cut it, and it's usually in this area right here. And once you cut it open, you can just look to see if you see a broken wire. Sometimes it can be hidden behind some tape, so you may have to take the tape off as well. This one here, once I got that shield off, I was able to see it pretty easily. And you just add a little bit of wire there, because it pretty much got stretched, and when it got stretched, it got broke. So yeah, add a little bit of wire, make that connection to where it's a nice closed circuit. And once you get that thing repaired, you can give her some tests to make sure she works. But once I got it working, got that motor going all the way around on the ice maker, she filled right up with water. One thing you don't want to do, which rookie mistake, it's the first time I ever did it, so I didn't know it would do this. If if you leave that jumper wire in the ice maker while it goes all the way around, it looks like that heater steals all the voltage and it won't fill up with water. So yeah, make sure you pull that jumper wire out whenever you guys are testing these things. And I mean, that's another thing I have a video on. If you need to figure out how to jump these things, I'll have that down in the description below. It's another side-by-side refrigerator, but essentially these ice makers work the same way. The only difference may be is if it has power there 100% of the time or only part of the time. And if you're not getting any power up at the ice maker whenever you're trying to jump it, unplug it 30 seconds to a minute, plug it back in, and I mean, you should be able to get power to it. And if you don't, it's one of those things it may be. It may be a broken L1 wire. And look down there at that hinge area and make sure that those wires are good to go. Anyways, that's pretty much it on this one. One of these issues that may be elusive to you, and I'm just sharing this to help you guys out where these things might be kicking your butt. This is Bearded Appliance Repair. I appreciate y'all watching, and like and subscribe if it helps, and y'all have a good day.